Hey, what is up, mortals? It is Sam Gabriel here with a new video for you. Welcome to part 2 of What If Deku Was a Late Bloomer. I just wanted to greet you guys by just saying sit back and relax, you're in for a treat, so we begin. After being given the offer, Izuku was left speechless. Toshinori then explained the details about his quirk. My quirk is called One for All. It's a power that's been passed on by many. Its origin is unknown. So what do you say? Will you be my successor? The skeletal man asked. It took a couple of minutes for the green-haired boy to process this information, but he finally managed to think clearly of an answer. Thank you, All Might. This is such an honor. But no thank you. All Might was caught off guard by this response, and didn't understand why the green-haired boy would refuse such an offer. The green-haired boy explained his reason. All Might, I've admired you for such a long time, and I wanted to be like you, but after this recent development, I don't think your quirk is meant for me. I want to become my own hero, my own symbol of peace. The skeletal man looked at the green-haired boy in confusion, but understood the boy's reasoning. All right, I wish you luck on developing your newfound quirk, Toshinori said, prepared to leave. He was then stopped by Midoriya, and was asked if he could still train him for the entrance exam. All Might looked confused as he didn't expect this kind of request. He buffed up and said, Why, of course, young man, I'd be happy to. Izuku began to jump for joy as he felt excited to be trained by his idol. They agreed to meet at a specific place at a specific time, but first Midoriya needed to see a doctor to explain what his new quirk is. When he entered his apartment, his mother had just finished making dinner. Inko noticed that her son was smiling and asked, You seem to be in a good mood. Did something happen? The green-haired boy gave a smug smile and responded, I don't know, you tell me. He manipulated the fire from the stove and made a small blue fireball. The boy's mother dropped her plate of food to the floor in shock, and immediately started crying tears of joy. Oh, I thought the doctor said you weren't able to develop a quirk, Inko said while she wiped her tears. I think I'm a late bloomer, but we'll have to talk to a professional about this. Do you think we can go tomorrow? The boy asked his mother. She responded and immediately dialed her phone. As she was waiting for a response, the machine had told her that the offices are closed for the night. Inko rubbed the back of her head, chuckling at the realization that it's late. I guess I got a little too excited, she said while blushing red in embarrassment. The next day, they both went to the doctor and were waiting for the results. Both of them were at the edge of their seats, desperate for answers. When the doctor had finally come in with the results, he said, Based on the results, I can confirm, ma'am, that your son indeed developed a quirk. Congratulations, son. Both Inko and Izuku were happy for the news until Inko asked, What's my son's quirk, doctor? The doctor responded with confidence, Well, since you said your quirk is to attract small objects and your husband's quirk is fire breath, it's safe to assume that your son can manipulate fire. I believe the technical term is pyrokinesis, if I'm not mistaken. Inko asked a follow-up question. He can? How is that possible? The doctor then elaborated further on the boy's quirk. Here's the interesting part. He can attract the heat sources towards him and form it into anything he can imagine. The boy remembered how during the sludge villain attack, he was able to manipulate the fire and turn it into a ball of light in order to shoot it at the sludge villain. That explains why I was able to make a ball of light, the green-haired boy said in realization. There are a couple of drawbacks you must be aware of, young man. Your quirk may cause some dehydration, so make sure you drink plenty of water. And you might also experience some burns while using it. Please be wary of that as well. The two of them made sure to keep note of this information and left the hospital room. When they went home, Izuku immediately called All Might and explained everything to him. Then All Might said, Where are you, young Midoriya? I thought we agreed to meet at Dagobah Beach? The green-haired boy's face had turned white at the realization of the time. He immediately rushed out the door. His mother was confused as to where her son was heading, but simply told him to come back in time for dinner. At Dagobah Beach, All Might was standing in front of a truck and scolded the green-haired boy for being late. He then explained what the training regimen would be about as he handed the boy the Aim to Pass American Dream plan. Izuku read over the entire plan and understood it. He then requested for some minor adjustments to the plan since he now has a quirk. I think you should include a quirk training regimen in order for me to properly handle it, the boy suggested. A couple days later, the boy had started to lift heavy garbage from the beach and place it on the truck. He then started using his quirk to shoot at old tin cans as target practice. The boy later started eating larger portions of food in order to build more muscles. He went through all that even on rainy days and cold nights. On February 26th, at 6 a.m., the boy was standing on top of the piled-up garbage he had cleaned up as he screamed at the top of his lungs. A deflated Toshinori looked at the beach in awe as he saw no sign of trash anywhere. He was impressed at how much this boy had managed to do. As the green-haired boy was about to collapse, Toshinori buffed up and saved the green-haired boy. Midoriya looked at the number one hero and asked in a weak voice, "Did I do good?" The number one hero gave a hearty laugh as he responded, "Ha ha ha! You were exceptional, young man. Much better than I had anticipated. You went from 0 to hero just like that." He snapped his finger. The green-haired boy was crying tears of joy after hearing the praises All Might gave him. The number one hero commented in his head, "That boy is such a crybaby. Bless his heart." He then told the boy that he had about 2 hours before the entrance exam. After hearing this, the boy immediately left to get ready. At the UA campus, Izuku Midoriya marveled at the sight of his dream school, and began to wonder if he was dreaming or not. His thoughts were cut short, as a familiar angry voice called out to him, "Out of the way, you damn nerd!" Izuku immediately knew who it was and just responded passive-aggressively. "Morning, Kat-chan. You look grumpier than usual. Did you forget to drink coffee, or is the caffeine the reason you're grumpy?" The atomic blonde just got irritated and continued walking, which surprised the green-haired boy since he expected his childhood friend/bully to snap back. Huh. He seems less angry than usual. I guess that sludge villain did a number on him, the freckled boy thought to himself. He then took his first step towards his goal, and immediately tripped on something and felt like he was going to die. He prepared to hit the ground, but for some reason it didn't happen. He noticed that he was floating. A girl with a round face and brown hair said, "Are you okay? Sorry, I noticed you were about to fall and had to use my quirk on you without permission. Anyway, I hope I'll see you inside taking the entrance exam." Izuku blushed after talking to a girl. He then went in and he saw President Mike giving the instructions on the exam. Same explanation as in canon and same rules. A blue-haired boy with glasses pointed out that the teachers must have made a mistake, since there are 4 robots and only 3 appeared on the papers. President Mike gave the same explanation as in canon. The blue-haired boy then proceeded to scold Izuku. "You have been muttering throughout the entire lesson and distracting all of us from reaching our goal." Izuku felt embarrassed, but understood where the blue-haired boy was coming from. He apologized for causing a scene, and then told President Mike to continue with the instructions. After explaining everything, President Mike told everyone to get changed and to meet them at the exam gates. At the exam gates, the green-haired boy noticed the girl from earlier and tried to thank her for saving him, but was stopped by the blue-haired boy. He was scolded, "Please do not try to break her concentration. She's worked so hard to get here, and you're trying to take away her effort." Midoriya saw everyone run head first while he was left behind. He immediately ran into the mock city and prepared to beat some robots. In a monitor room, a couple of teachers are seen watching the students charging the robots. Some were even beginning to pick favorites among the students. In the corner, the number one hero was focused on a specific green-haired boy and hoped that his training would pay off. Izuku began to search for some robots and at first couldn't find any until he saw one come out of a corner. The green-haired boy prepared a fireball and threw it at the machine. He managed to blow off the head. He then continued to find some more robots in order to gain more points. He got to blow up 2 more one-pointer robots. After a while, the green-haired boy started to feel dehydrated from using his pyrokinesis. He wanted to sit down for a bit, but something big was approaching the scene. It was a 0-pointer robot, and it looked dangerous. Thank you all for indulging yourselves in the story thus far. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, there are a few more things that I'd like to go over before the video ends. Firstly, we've got a second channel called Anime Deep Dive. Anime Deep Dive goes deep into the facts and lore of a wide variety of anime. It's sure to expand your weeb knowledge for all kinds of series, guaranteed. On top of that, we have a third channel called We the Celestials Naruto What Ifs. It's what we do on this channel already, but in the vast world and lore of Naruto. Go check it out if you're in the mood for some jutsu action. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. Lastly, if you're interested in what we do here at We the Celestials, then I would like to extend out an invitation to join the team. The only caveat being we only accept members 16 years and up to join our crew. You can sign up for whichever category fulfills your interests by joining the recruitment Discord using the link in the description below. Our Discord is an all-around fantastic place to be, whether you're a fan or looking to join our band of misfits. We're always looking for members to join us. Well, that's it from us for today's video, so thank you all for watching and have a great day.